This is Bumper to Bumper, the car show. Drive in anxious and cruise out confident. With the best automotive information for your vehicle. And now your hosts, Matt Allen and Dave Riccio.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bumper Radio. Unfortunately, you're stuck just with me, Matt Allen, your KTAR car guy. Dave Riccio is off messing around today, and of course, my stand-in guy is Tim Nelson, my manager at Virginia Auto Service.
Good morning, listeners.
Good morning, Timmy. Thanks for coming in. So, Bumper to Bumper Radio, as all you regulars know, we're here every single Saturday. For you newbies out there, remember, 11 o'clock, KTAR 92.3. We're here to help you with your car. Car questions, car problems, need a second opinion. Maybe you're buying one. Maybe you're selling one. Don't know how to do any of those things. Not sure what to do. We can take that stress away for you. So I don't even know what we're talking about today. You know, I might get on a soapbox a little bit.
This could be trouble.
It could be. Tim will maybe keep me in line. We might have a little bit of good cop, bad cop here. We're not going to bore you with tune-ups and spark plugs and twin chrome connuter valves and
batteries and muffler bearings.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So I want to get some local business out of the way first. Just some of the community. You know, KTAR, this station has been in this community since, correct me if I'm wrong, Carrie, 1913 or something like that. 23, a long time. And you just heard the promo coming into the show. And again, 10 years in a row, the team here at KTAR, or Bonneville Phoenix, which is also the sports station on 98.7 and 620 AM, we as a group, $1.7 million raised for Phoenix Children's Hospital, and that was raised by you guys, you people that are listening right now. And it was over $1.7 million that goes to that jewel in the desert down there at the 51 and Thomas, Phoenix Children's Hospital. And I can tell you what, they're still taking donations. You can always get a hold of the PCH Foundation or call here into the station during the week, and I bet you could still donate if you want to get in on that, because that's what this show is about. Bumper to Bumper Radio is about fixing your car. When you go to bumpertobumperradio.com, you're going to find a list of shops. Those shops are shops that Dave and I blanketly endorse of good people that are in your community, and those are the same people that are listening to this station. They're the same people that you bump into at the grocery store. Your kids play soccer with the owners of these shops. You see them at church. You know, and that's just what this station's about, and that's what the core of this show about it is relationships. So, and I got some good news. I got some tragic news that some people have heard about. You know, we had a good customer of ours, and he just happened to be also one of the baristas at Lucy's Marketplace. Andrew tragically was murdered this week. I mean, a horrible, horrible loss. And the owner of Lucy's is a good friend of mine, all the way back to grade school. From fourth grade, we were friends. And I saw his post the other day about doing payroll, and he was just so sad that it would be the last time that he would do Andrew's paycheck. And Andrew and his mom are customers of my shop, too. So, you know, our thoughts and prayers are out to the whole Lucy's family there. I mean, he'd been there 6.5 years, I believe. Just the happiest kid ever. And it's just horrible. So a lot of thoughts out to him. Charles, or we call him Chucky, one of my technicians. I hired him. He was in high school when I hired him. He was with me for 20 years. He left me, 3 years ago, Tim?
Yeah, maybe about 3 years ago. 2.5.
He quit 3 years ago, but you know the interesting thing about Chucky? He gave me 6 months' notice. Or was it more, like a year?
Maybe a year, yeah.
He gave a year's notice. And he didn't go open an auto repair shop. He went and opened his own fabrication business. He's building things, and he got a passion for welding and building, and just got out of the car repair business, and we've remained the best of friends.
And he's doing well, if I may add.
And really well. Yeah. Start today. He and his wife had tried to have a baby for 15 years, and it didn't work. Well, this morning I got a picture of a beautiful little baby girl that was born this morning. That is their adopted baby. So congratulations to Chucky. and Tammy, and I don't even know the name. Hopefully I didn't spill the beans too early. But, he sent me the message. So, again, it's community. It's just, a lot of people look at us as auto repair shop owners, and they just think we're just dirty old mechanics that fix cars and take advantage and rip women off and this and that and the other. And it's just not the case. So, if we can help you with your car, I want to hear about your good experiences out of repair shops. Maybe you had a bad one that we can help you with. And most of the time it's communication. So we're not here to tell you how to fix your car necessarily. We can give you those tips if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But the best way to get involved in the show is give us a call at 602-277-5827. It's 602-277-KTAR. You can also text us at 411-923. We prefer you only text while you're driving. While you're not driving. Never text and drive.
Come on. I really need in now, Mr. Allen. Really need in.
Everybody knows I'm joking. No texting and driving. So, it's tough. It's tough for me not to just go off sometimes. There's such a contrast we have in the day in the life of an auto repair shop. We're open 7:30 to 6. So, just some of the things to go through to get open. What do we do, Tim? We've got to get somebody in there. To be open at 7:30 and be ready to accept customers.
We're there 6:30 in the morning because we have cars to pull out.
We got to get everything out, right?
Get everything in line to get the day going.
Get the lights turned on, get the schedule printed out from we know what that was from the night before. We've got logistics to work out because we've got rides to give. We've got Ubers to order to get people moved around. We've got to make sure the parking lot's clean. We've got to make sure there's room in the office. We've got all this stuff going on. So there's just a lot of work. And then we've got to be prepared to bring in, 10, 12, 17 customers.
19 yesterday.
19 people coming in between the hours of 7:30. Well, probably not 19 between 7:30 and 10. Probably 14. Yeah. And then a couple,
stragglers through the day.
Stragglers throughout the day.
And then we get a few towed in every once in a while.
Yeah, get towed in, and we have, and so you have all these emotions in car repair. You got people that, we're not just the mechanics. We're sometimes the counselors or even the marriage counselor. Like, no, dude, your wife didn't ruin the car. This stuff just happens. Don't believe me. It's not her fault. It's not your kid's fault that this happened. The car overheated. Things happen. They couldn't have. Because oftentimes we hear people, could I have done anything to prevent that? A lot of times, yeah, but oftentimes not. So then now we got to get your car checked in. We've got to interrogate you at the counter. We've got to ask you 20 questions about, how has the car been acting and what happened and does it make funny noises? And
that's when the communication starts.
Yeah.
And that's the key, to know what's going on with your car. The more you can give us as a service advisor, the faster we can usually find the problem. And if that can make the repair cost less.
Well, and we have to ask the right questions, but you as the customer can't play cards with us. Don't not give us information because you think it sounds dumb or because you don't want to be embarrassed because you tried to make the repair and it didn't work. That's okay. We don't care about that. We're not judging you on that.
The Paul Harvey syndrome.
What?
You get the rest of the story.
Oh, yeah, the rest of the story. So yeah, the key is communication. And then we go through a sales process. We have to, I guess we're selling. It's our job. We need to look at your car. We need to find out what you brought it in for and cure that problem, which sometimes can be challenging. We have to diagnose cars. We have to prepare estimates. We have to call you. We take pictures of cars at the shop and document the problems. If we're going to tell you need an air filter, we're going to send you the picture of your air filter, not some stock photo off of a pre-made program or something like that. We're going to send you the stuff, and that takes time. We did a study through a business group that I'm in, and we do technician time management. So we monitor how much time the technicians spend to monitor their efficiency and are they doing a good job. We did a study in a group that I'm in with 20 other shops, and this group also has 20 groups of 20 shops. The average time a service advisor spends working on a repair order is 47 minutes. And that's including your oil changes, your engine overhauls, the whole deal. The average repairer only has 2.5 or 3 hours of actual technician time on it. So so there's a lot of work that the service advisor does in the background, and it's an important role. So the best we can communicate with that service advisor is the best for you to get the best service, right, Tim?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we're also trying to figure out and get what you came in for, if it was a breakdown issue or if it's just an oil change. We're also looking out overall for your car and anticipate any problems you may have in the future. So we're going to be proactive on estimates and recommendations. So there's a lot involved when a car comes in. It's just not we're just going to do an oil change and say goodbye.
Selling you something.
Yeah, exactly.
And just because we have that list, and I say it all the time, there's nothing wrong with getting on the list. And I make the analogy, I'm a little bit overweight. I'm 20 or 25 pounds overweight. I look at the scale every day, and I hate what it says. But I liken that to your car. You may not like what the scale says, and you may not like what we tell you about your car, but it's the facts you got to deal with. And we just got to do something about it. I don't have to starve myself to lose 20 pounds. You don't have to spend $2,000 today to fix everything on your car. We can fix it $200 at a time or $500 at a time, or we can ignore those certain things. I can still lose 20 pounds and enjoy a Twinkie every now and then if I want to. So kind of the same thing on your car. One of the other important things with your car is your battery. This time of year, your battery is probably one of the number one things that will leave you stranded. We test the battery on every single car every single time when it comes in for service, and we'll catch them. And sometimes they're bad and they fail, but they still start the car. And the customer says, yeah, but it still starts the car. Well,
that's one of those we're trying to anticipate you not breaking down.
Yeah, and if a battery's rated for 500 cranking amps and it tests at 275, well, the computer does all the math and it says the battery has failed. It's no good. Well, maybe your Honda only requires 200 amps to start, or 250. So you got a very small margin there. You get to decide when you buy a battery, if you want to. And if you can decide to buy an interstate battery before it fails, you've got that choice. But if you make the decision not to have your battery tested or not to take the recommendation because that battery still starts your car, you don't want to believe that guy, you might end up stranded. So next time you're in the market for a battery or think you need a battery, check out a bumper-to-bumper radio shop and look for Interstate Batteries. You can also find them at interstatebatteries.com. And again, to get involved with the show, 602-277-5827. You can text us at 411-923. You're going to listen to Matt and Tim, the KTAR Car Guides today. We'll be right back.
Trust. It's hard to earn and sometimes even harder to find. If you live or work in downtown Phoenix, Matt Allen's Virginia Auto Service is celebrating over 20 years of award-winning service at the corner of 7th Street and Virginia. Recognized as one of the best service shops in the country, their customers have come to trust Virginia Auto Service for its A+ rating by the BBB, 2-year 24,000-mile warranties, and free transportation to and from your home or office. 20+ years of earning your trust. Virginia Auto Service. They're serious about service.
It sounds like they've just had the accurate automotive experience. We're family owned and operated and have served the Mesa, Tempe, Gilbert communities for over 22 years. We focus on building long-lasting relationships and, oh yeah, listening to you so that we can understand, meet, and exceed your expectations. One location, 14 bays, 88 years of automotive expertise, and a passionate commitment to customer service and excellence. My name is Lee Weatherby, and I approve this message because it's true. We love what we do, and we want to do it for you. Accurate Automotive, the home of friends serving friends.
Welcome back to Bumper to Bumper Radio. I am Matt Allen, along with Tim Nelson today from Virginia Auto Service, the service manager. Tim, how long have you been down there in that corner of 7th Street in Virginia?
Well, we're going to be looking at 21 years in October.
21 years. We're like an old married couple sometimes. we usually talk on the phone every night about 9 o'clock. You know, we're on the phone BSing about something, talking about the day. And you know, it started off as an employee, we've turned into great friends, and we enjoy doing this radio show together when Dave's not here. So, but if you want to get involved, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. What really matters is the questions or the problems or whatever you have going on with your car. So let's get these phone lines lit up at 602-277-5827, 602-277-KTAR. I want to tell another little funny story, though. We have a charity that we've been working with a little bit, and I think as a group we might be doing something with them. It's a charity called Saving Amy, and I can't recite to you exactly what they do, but we're part of one of their success stories. You know, they first came to us and they had this car that they wanted fixed up, and they weren't coming to us looking for a handout. They were coming to us looking to pay to get this car fixed, and they were going to fix a Lexus to donate to someone. It needed, they had taken it to a couple other shops, and we came in, we were like a second or third opinion, and it legitimately needed like $2,700 worth of work. And we said, it needs it, but this is a bad car to give to somebody who is kind of on their way up. We're giving them a hand up, not a handout. This is not a good car. I said, I think we have a car. So we had a car that a customer didn't want to fix. We said, hey, why don't you donate this car? So Saving Amy paid us to fix that car. We gave them some discounts, and they donated the car. So then we had another customer. I think Saving Amy sent them to us. He had a car that he wanted he wasn't going to fix it. He was just done with it and thought it had just needed some AC work or something like that. So we got the AC fixed for him, and then they didn't have anybody to get it to. And they're not in the business of giving cars away. They're really in the business of helping get people off the streets and helping women especially. So she calls me and says, hey, is that Honda ready? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's all ready. Well, it'd been sitting 2 months out in the parking lot. We just thought it was, going for scrap or something. The radio was stolen out of it, blah, blah, blah. So we had to fix the AC. Got the AC fixed, got a new radio put in it, needed some more work. We got this fixed up for this gal. She comes over. Now, here's this girl that went to a local high school, I'll say. She just graduated. She's going to NAU. She's never had a car, just got her driver's license. She was living on the streets 5 years ago, this high school graduate, with her mom who was on drugs. Go to give her this car. She looks with this strange look on her face and says, what's that? I said, well, that's the gear shift. I've never driven a manual transmission before, let alone a car. So here I am.
That was a challenge.
So here I am 2 weeks ago on a Friday afternoon driving around with this gal, this young girl, probably 18 or 19, trying to teach her how to drive a stick shift. And as I'm driving first to give the lesson, helping out, I'm feeling this car. I'm like, this car's going to need a clutch. So she wasn't comfortable driving it home that night in traffic, which is probably a good idea. So they left the car and they came back Monday with someone else from the charity. And again, the charity is Saving Amy. So they came in and they took the car to go practice. And I said, this car's going to need a clutch, but the last thing she needs to do is go off to NAU and get stuck up there with a clutch. So you guys have this week to practice, but I want this car back in my shop on the 20th, and we're going to put a clutch in it for you.
Yeah, it's a perfect car to practice on when the clutch is going out, because you're not going to do any more damage.
Yeah, but it'll be a whole new car with a new clutch, because those of you who have had a clutch replaced know that when you get the new one in, it feels a lot different. I mean, the most experienced driver on a manual transmission will jump in that car and install it the first time with a brand new clutch because it just feels weird. But
she was very, very happy.
Yeah, very happy. So we're going to get a clutch put in it for her. And so if you want to check out a charity that's worthy of participating with and donating, whether it's time or money or goods and resources or something in kind, check out Saving Amy. I don't know if it's .com or .org, but it's a local charity, and it's a great one to deal with. So 602-277-5827. If you look up at your window, if your oil change sticker is overdue, or you're not really quite sure if you think you should be doing 3,000 miles or 5,000 miles, or maybe you've got one of those European cars where they say you can go 10,000 miles, we probably ought to talk about that. Maybe you had a bad experience at a shop. Maybe you had a good one you want to tell us about. Maybe you're really not sure. Doesn't matter. 602-277-5827 is how you get a hold of the show. We're going to grab Amanda from Tempe. I'm not even prepared here very well, this computer system. We're going to get Amanda from Tempe. She wants to tell us something about her auto repair shop in Tempe, and hopefully it's something good. Amanda, how can we help you today?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. No, my auto shop is not in Tempe. I live in Tempe and drive out to my auto shop at Peoria and 59th Avenue. Or 50, is it 59th or 67th? I don't know. It's a drive. But it's Dave's Car Care. They are absolutely fantastic. I just want to give out a huge shout-out to Randy and Keenan.
Uh-huh.
They have their customer service skills down. They're always really good with me and honest and just tell me what's going on and give me the choice, if I have a lot going on, what needs to be fixed first rather than, all of it at once. Because I have a lot of bad stories, but today I want to focus on the good.
Well, we appreciate that. It's kind of like the reviews that people put online. They usually write the stuff when they're mad. But did you know that Dave's is one of the bumper-to-bumper shops?
I found them on the Car Connection website about 3 years ago, maybe a little more than 3 years ago. Yes,
okay.
I lived pretty close to them, and that's how I got them. But I went into them very hesitant because I had such a bad experience from one of the big dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have been really good and careful and explaining, and I've gone in there making all sorts of noises, and they always seem to figure it out, which boggles my mind.
When you're standing at the counter, do they make you make the noise like chugga, 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 or
yes,
anything like that?
Yes.
They do. Okay.
Well, I do it voluntarily.
All righty.
And
Well,
Randy usually gives me that look, but they're just fantastic people
Right.
there, and I just love them to death. I'll drive many, many miles to continue going to them.
great. Well, thanks, Amanda. We appreciate it. Thanks for the phone call. And that's just how it works. Dave's is one of the many shops you'll find at bumpertobumperradio.com, 51st Avenue in Peoria. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to auto repair, whether it's a transmission or a body shop especially, it's worth the drive. So you're listening to Matt and Tim, the KTAR car guys on Bumper to Bumper Radio. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. 602-277-5827 if you want to get in line to chat.
Looking for that last perfect getaway for summer? Look no further than Bunker to Bunker, the golf show's next tour stop at the spectacular J.W. Marriott Desert Ridge Resort and Spa on Saturday, August 25th, benefiting Phoenix Children's Hospital. An incredible value. The two-person scramble on the famous Faldo course is loaded with special prizes, lunch and a coupon for another round of golf, all for just $95. Make it a stay-and-play weekend with room specials starting as low as $99 per night. Space is limited, so register today at bunkergolf.com.
Some say one of the worst sounds you can hear is a car crash.
Yes, and all the stress that goes with that can be worse.
The accident is stressful enough. The repair process doesn't have to be. Hi, this is Kevin,
Dave,
and Leo,
and we're the collision team at Bumper to Bumper Radio.
Individually, we own Campus Body Salon, I-17 Collision, and First Class Auto Body. Together, we're an unbeatable team working for you, not the insurance company, to get your job done right. Check us out at bumpertobumperradio.com.
Here's what Carrie from Tempe had to say about her experience with Good Works Auto Repair.
As soon as you realize, I need to get some work done on my car, I'm sure the thought occurs to you that you're about to get taken for a ride. I used to share the same sentiment and wondered if the shop was going to make something up and have me spending hundreds of dollars instead of $30 I was planning on for a simple oil change. This is one of the reasons I will only go to Good Works Auto Repair. Because I trust them. Putting trust in an auto shop didn't come easily. It's been built over several visits with them doing exactly what was needed, not coercing me into unnecessary work. Ask them for an oil change and a safety inspection, they do just that. No baloney, list of filters, belts, and whatchamacallits that need replacing on my new car. Thank you, Good Works Auto Repair, for being there for me when I need you.
Appreciate the kind words. It's always a pleasure. Glenn Hayward here. Come experience what award-winning auto service should be. Good Works Auto Repair in Tempe, or visit us at goodworksautorepair.com.
Arizona's news station. KTAR. On air, 92.3 FM. Online at KTAR.com. And streaming live on the KTAR News app. Your breaking news and traffic now.
KTAR News Time, 11:30. I'm Mark Carlson. The U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations says former UN Chief Kofi Annan devoted his life to making the world a more peaceful place and worked tirelessly to unite the U.S. Nikki Haley said in a statement the U.S. joins the UN and diplomatic community in celebrating the life of Annan. He died in the early hours Saturday at age 80 after a short illness. Many world leaders from Britain to Germany to Nigeria to India have responded publicly to Annan's death, but President Trump has not. A young boy who hacked into a mock election site and managed to change election results is speaking out.
Emmett Brewer says it's a thrill to be a hacker.
I just love it. It's something fun to do.
Brewer, who hails from Austin, Texas, was among scores of youngsters who attended a DEF CON security convention in Las Vegas, and he came out on top. The 11-year-old hacked into a replica of Florida's election website and changed the results.
I sort of studied up on what it would be like.
The convention says it took Brewer only minutes to switch the name of the winning candidate to his own and award himself billions of votes. Mona Rivera, ABC News.
Traffic and weather now. Here's Mike Daniels in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Well, thank you, Mark. Got a couple of surface route accidents in Glendale, one on Grand Avenue south of Orangewood, the other at 43rd Avenue and Glendale Avenue to watch out for. And we've got a wreck on Northern Avenue and 19th. This report brought to you by Smokey's Garage Door. Is your garage door squeaking, rattling, or just not working? The pros at Smokey's Garage Door will get you back on track fast. Free estimates and same-day service available. Just click Smokey'sGarageDoor.com. I'm Mike Daniels, KTAR News.
KTAR weather for the Valley today, partly cloudy with a high of 106. Tonight, clear skies and a low of 86. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, a high of 110 degrees. It is 103 in Surprise. Weather brought to you by Howard Air. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air. I'm Mark Carlson on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
Start your Monday morning with the latest breaking news, plus traffic and weather every 6 minutes on the Valley's only all-news morning show, Arizona's Morning News. Monday morning 5 till 9 on Arizona's news station, KTAR News, 92.3 FM, and streaming live on the KTAR News app.
Hi, I'm Dave Riccio, owner of Tri-City Transmission. Well, you may have come to know us for being a transmission expert. What you may not know is that our customers regularly ask us why we don't perform repairs to the rest of the vehicle. You guys are so great. Why work on just the transmission? Well, the requests became hard to ignore, and 3 years ago, we began to build an infrastructure to perform general automotive repair. We weren't going to do general repair if we couldn't be great at it. So in 2013, we began the soft opening of Tri-City Auto Repair on Smith Road. We brought on ASE Master Technicians to work side by side with our Master Transmission Technicians. The combination of the best in both of these trades has created a synergy that allows us not only to fix your transmission, but to service and repair your whole car, and to do it well. Let's face it, the modern car has become so integrated. We believe all of our expert knowledge puts us ahead of the curve. Find us at TricityTransmission.com or TempeAutoRepairShop.com. That's TempeAutoRepairShop.com.
Honesty and integrity. It's the only option. Hi, Spencer Doucet for H&I Automotive. H is for honesty and I is for integrity. We built our business on these two principles.
Hi, this is Danny Grant. And I'm Paul Garcia. We're Spencer's business partners. Originally, we were customers that were referred by friends to check out this great shop in Mesa. We saw for ourselves how special the experience was at H&I.
Yep, we went from raving fans to good friends to enthusiastic partners when Spencer was looking to expand his business to the East Valley.
Thanks, guys. The overwhelming support from our customers, families, and partners has allowed us to celebrate the opening of our second, brand new, state-of-the-art location in Gilbert. 2 locations, same principles. Quality service at a great value that you can count on for all your automotive needs. Backed with an industry-leading 60-month, 60,000-mile parts and labor warranty. We invite you to check us out at HNIAutomotive.com.
Having an accident is stressful. Dealing with the repair process shouldn't be. Hi, Leo Petrozella for Campus Body Salon. We've taken the stress out of collision repair since 1973, and here's a couple of tips to de-stress your repair. Make your own choice. Some insurance companies try to convince you that you must use their approved shop for your repair. Not true. Arizona state law allows you to choose the facility that's right for you. Beware of the cheapest estimate. Typically, it's the one from the insurance company cutting corners to trim costs or focusing on appearance only. At Campus Body Salon, appearance is important, but structural integrity and safety are even more critical. Campus Body Salon, independent, family-owned and operated, and bumper-to-bumper radio approved. Check out our Cash for Your Crash program where we pay you 10% off of your repair up to $1,000. Campus Body Salon, the best care in collision repair.
Fix it or forget it. This is the show that'll help you decide what to do with your car. Bumper to Bumper Radio. KTAR News on 92.3 FM.
Well, welcome back to Bumper Radio. I am Matt Allen. Usually by my side is Dave Riccio, but across the studio from me is Tim Nelson, service manager at Virginia Auto Service, and of course sitting quietly, dabbing away and making sure we have good music and stuff is our producer Kerry, who helps keep us in line. Make sure he's got his hand over that beep button so Tim doesn't foul up. I'm just joking. Hey, I've heard we can say anything we want one time because we'll probably never get a second chance. First off, 602-277-5827, 602-277-KTAR. You can also find us at bumpertobumperradio.com. You're going to find a list of shops there that you can go to that we trust. If you have a great shop, tell us about it. Send us an email. We want to know where the other good ones are. We have some spots on our map that there's some deserving people out there that we'd like to stand behind. We want to know the good ones. You can also find podcasts of the old shows, so you don't have to wait till Saturday to maybe find a question to an answer. You can call one of the shops in your neighborhood, or maybe you can find it. You can find it on, find it and searching the topic on one of the podcasts on the other show. And that intro that just led us into, fix it or forget it, brings me to this email that I was just reading for the first time. I'm going to read it to you and we'll talk about it. It says, I have a 2004 Camry with 160,000 miles on it. We just paid over $4,000 for various repairs, including brakes, parenthesis 500, front axle, 1,000. That seems a little high, Tim. Oh, and steering rack and pinion, 2,000. That is the background. I paid about $2,300 for labor. Is that reasonable for 1 day's worth of work? Is my car worth the cost of repair being so old? And finally, I've heard that flushes are ripoffs. Do you agree? And thanks for your help. I feel helpless because I feel taken advantage of, but I don't know anything else about a car. Thank you, Steve. So, boy, that's a mouthful there.
Yeah, that sure is. Yeah.
So, off the top, $500 for brakes.
Yeah, that's
reasonable. Pretty reasonable to me.
Yep.
$1,000 for a front axle on a Camry.
Maybe two axles. Maybe he meant two.
Maybe he meant two.
Yeah.
Seems.
Because if you add up 1,000 and it's hard to say.
It seems a little bit high. A steering rack and pinion, $2,000.
Well, tad high.
But, again.
You got an alignment involved with that.
You got alignment. Maybe you had a power steering pressure hose. We've been accused all the time. Someone comes in, we tell them they need a radiator, and maybe we talk too fast, and we say, hey, you need a radiator, and we'll go ahead and put a couple hoses on, and blah, 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 and it's $600, and they say, $600 for a radiator, and then they call the next shop, but how much is a radiator? And they say $400, and then all of a sudden they call me back and say, you dirty old son of a gun.
Yeah.
You want, you're overcharging me. It's only $400. Well, you forgot the hoses,
Yeah, it's like the Big Mac without the cheese.
well, we don't know. There might have been some other stuff going in with that. Sometimes, but then you said I paid $2,350 just in labor. That sounds a little excessive. If you brought the car in one day and got it back.
It's hard. Yeah,
some people don't. There's some overlapping labor when you're doing steering axles and doing a rack and pinion and doing brakes. Sometimes there's some economy of scale there, and so to me that seems a little bit high. But you also can't fault this guy for being efficient, having the right tools, made the investment. I mean, that's mechanical work. So, so that's a tough answer. I couldn't answer that without seeing the invoice. But, Steve, if you want to scan that invoice and send it back to us, I would certainly be happy to take a look at it. Flushes, are they rip-offs? There's two. There's not yes and no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be.
Yes and no.
Some instances.
And the term flush, I think, is used too much. We do a transmission flush. You're not flushing anything. It's really just an exchange of fluid. To me, when I think of a flush, I'm agitating. We do a cooling system flush. We have a machine or a tool that we hook up. It injects air and water and really shakes things up. That is flushing. Flushing fuel injectors, you don't flush them. We run cleaner through them. So that I think that's a generic term that's overused. And a lot of people, I hate to beat up the car washes and the drive-thrus, but that's what they know how to do. So that's what they sell.
Yeah, that's all they know how to do, exactly. So they sell flushes.
They sell because that's what they can do. And some of them can't do that, so they sell the service where they stick a straw down the tube and suck everything out and add fluid and call it a transmission service. Not really my idea of a transmission service. So if you've got some questions about your car like that, 602-277-5827. It's 602-277-KTAR. Then the other part of his question was,
is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Well, yes and no.
Yeah, we don't know the background of the car. We don't know if he's the original owner, the history of the car. But on the aspect, if the car had been maintained well, and just because it's 14 years old and has 160,000 miles on it, that doesn't mean it's that old. I mean, because cars last a long time now, as long as you maintain them.
It's funny, and I'm talking about this. We have to know the totality. What do you want to do with a car? What's your future? Do you care about the gadgets? Can you afford a new car? If you want a new car, hell, go buy a new car. You deserve it if you can afford it. But don't go sign up for $700 worth of payments if you can barely pay your credit card bill. It's not worth it.
And if everything else is good on the car, $4,000, you're not going to go out and buy a used car for $4,000 that doesn't need $4,000 worth of work.
Well, yeah, that's the sales tax. So I'll take that example. If you've got a car that's broken down, maybe it's worth $2,000 broken, and we need to do let's just say $5,000 worth of work to really take care of some things, some brakes and some tires, and really have done a good job of projecting out the best we can of the condition of this car. If you were to sell that, take the $5,000 of work, I'm just making up numbers. If you take $5,000 worth of work and the $2,000 that your car is worth, now you got $7,000. I can almost guarantee you, in most cases, you're not going to go buy a used car for $7,000 that will be as in good of shape that your $2,000 car will be in after making the $5,000 investment. So in some cases, I always say the best used car to buy is your own used car, especially if it's paid for. But that's why it's worth going in and having the entire evaluation done. Just like I said earlier, stepping on the scale. You may not like what it has to say, but we need to know.
And that's where the communication will come in again, because then the history of the car is going to make a big difference. Mm-hmm. Whether you just bought the car, you've owned the car, you got passed down from your mom. I mean, there's so many variables involved when you're trying to make that decision on whether you fix the car or not.
Yeah.
And we get that question all the time.
We had a woman come in, 2003
Honda Accord.
Honda Accord. She'd been a customer of Berge. If you ever went to the 7th Street in Exxon.
On Glendale. 7th Street. It's a Wells Fargo now.
Yeah, it's a Wells Fargo, but it used to be an Exxon. Berge, big old mustache, gray-haired Berge, was there for 14 years. They always went to him. Berge's been with us now, 11 or 12
Almost
years?
12 years now, yeah.
Something like that. She heard us talking about it. She came in to visit. We did $3,800 worth of repairs in her car, struts and bushings. I told her, hell, you don't even have to do any of this stuff. This car's in good shape. You could drive it for the next 3 years and throw it in the trash and not spend a dime.
But she loves her car,
and
she wants to keep it.
Fix it. And that car is cherry. Well, on the other hand, we have another customer, young couple, 2003 Honda Accord. It has 10,000 more miles on it. It hasn't been as well taken care of. It needs probably $4,000 of the work. I showed them the exact job. You don't need to do struts. It's nice to do struts if you want to have a comfortable ride, but if it's not in your budget, struts are not the priority. So we talked about those things. So there's a lot that goes into a whole lot that goes into making that decision. And when you have good information and we talk about it and we can prioritize, I wish we had a crystal ball because I wouldn't go to work and have the stress and take the abuse that we take from some people. We love the accolades, but if we had a crystal ball, we'd be doing something different. But we can do a pretty damn good job especially if we know the history of the car,
on anticipating
and planning and doing things. So we've got her next 30,000 miles already mapped out, and she's got confidence. Now these other couple, they're gonna wonder what they're gonna do with their car. But Tim, we got to get to this call. Ken in Peoria has been holding, and I got to get this mouse to move over. And with any luck, that click just worked. And Ken, how can we help you with your Hyundai Veracruz today?
Hello, guys. Thanks for my call, or taking my call, sorry.
Sure. Thank you for calling.
So, yes, just a quick question about my air conditioning. I was accelerating on the highway the other day, and suddenly I smelled the smell of a burnt out, like an electrical, like a motor burning out. And now I don't know if you know, the Veracruz, there weren't a lot of them made, but they have air conditioning in the front and in the back. And now the front air conditioning no longer works, but the rear still works fine. So I was just calling to see if you guys happen to know if there's a separate motors or something or what.
Yeah, I can tell you it's probably not a horrible repair. There is one air conditioner for the whole car. There's one compressor underneath the hood and one air conditioning system, but there's two evaporators on a car that has rear air conditioning. The evaporator is where the cold part is, and then the fan blows the warm air or the interior air over the car. Tim,
is it that
Tim, he's not on?
Oh,
so there's the one in the front that blows the cold air over the evaporator, and then there's an evaporator in the back that's got a fan. So if the rear AC is still working, that means that fundamentally the car is capable of making cold air. Probably what you smelled burning up was the cooling fan resistor or the front cooling fan blower motor. So it's probably going to be one of those two. And on certain cars, when you replace the blower motor, we always replace the resistor. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. If the resistor's bad, sometimes we'll check the motor with a laboscope, but that's where some experience comes in. And if you're working on a variety of cars, we can make those recommendations. So, Ken, you're in Peoria. I don't know if you listened the first time or the first segment. You heard, I think it was Karen talking about Dave's Car Care, 51st Avenue in Peoria. Go check them out. They'll be able to solve that for you. We'll be right back for Dan in Glendale. We've probably got time to take one or two more calls at 602-277-5827.
Trust. It's hard to earn and sometimes even harder to find. If you live or work in downtown Phoenix, Matt Allen's Virginia Auto Service is celebrating over 20 years of award-winning service at the corner of 7th Street and Virginia. Recognized as one of the best service shops in the country, their customers have come to trust Virginia Auto Service for its A+ rating by the BBB, 2-year 24,000-mile warranties, and free transportation to and from your home or office. 20+ years of earning your trust. Virginia Auto Service. They're serious about service.
Gas or diesel, foreign or domestic. If your car hurts, take it to Kurt's.
That's our closing line, Pops.
I know, Jeff. Just reinforcing that we're full-service auto repair.
At Kurt's Auto Repair, we do it all, including diesel. We have the passion, training, equipment, and expertise for diesel. Our techs are ASE certified for diesel and advanced diesel diagnostics. Toy hauling, horse trailering, off-roading, or work trucking, we've got you covered.
Gas or diesel, foreign or domestic. If your car hurts, take it to Kurt's. Check us out at mycarhurts.com.
It sounds like they've just had the accurate automotive experience. We're family owned and operated and have served the Mesa, Tempe, Gilbert communities for over 22 years. We focus on building long-lasting relationships and, oh yeah, listening to you so that we can understand, meet, and exceed your expectations. One location, 14 bays, 88 years of automotive expertise, and a passionate commitment to customer service and excellence. My name is Lee Weatherby, and I approve this message because it's true. We love what we do, and we want to do it for you. Accurate Automotive, the home of friends serving friends.
righty, welcome back to Bumper Radio. You guys everybody must have just woke up, because now all of a sudden we've got 6 phone calls. So this is gonna be phone call fury for the next we got 7 minutes roughly. So we're gonna bang out some of these phone calls, but I want to do a quick email. Gentleman from Northeast Mesa area, looks like, having a dispute over auto body repair. Who can I go to for an independent evaluation to see if the repair was substandard? Will ultimately go to the BBB, but trying to work it out with the shop. East Valley location would be best. Thank you, Deems. Well, Deems, go to the collision team at bumpertobumperradio.com. We don't have anybody far East Valley, but I think some of that might serve you well would be Campus Auto Salon or Campus Auto Body Salon. Leo Petrozella. They do post-repair inspections, and they can come in. I suspect you will have to drop off the car, but you need to call them and talk to them first, and they can evaluate that repair and let you know the shortcomings or shortcuts or problems, or maybe you're overreacting. You know, I built a house, and I complained about some things. I had a friend come out and be like, guys, am I being too picky? He's like, yeah, you're being a little picky on that. But on that, no way. I wouldn't let that fly. So yeah, it's a good idea. Get a second opinion, but do the right thing. Don't go be a keyboard warrior, which I don't think you're doing, and start slamming them on Yelp, which is, that's a whole nother topic. Work it out, and I'm sure if they're reasonable, they'll work it out with you. So, Tim, hang on to your hat. We're gonna get some phone calls and
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Here we go.
Right. Dan in Glendale's got a brand new Chrysler 300. Congratulations on your new ride. What's going on?
Hi, thanks. Yeah, I was just curious. When it comes time to change the oil, should I put synthetic in it, or should I just go with regular old convention?
Well,
and what's the benefits of both?
You need to do what the owner's manual says at minimum. And I'm going to suspect that car calls for a synthetic motor oil.
Most likely,
okay. Yeah, most likely. So if it calls for synthetic, use synthetic. As far as the oil change interval goes, I might have a dispute, and you might even be surprised at what they tell you. They might tell you
7,500 miles or even 10,000 miles, but don't go by that.
They might even say 3,000.
Yeah, they could.
They could. So you need to make sure you're at least doing the minimum. My recommendation, though, is if 3,000, if it's not the minimum, do the minimum. If they tell you 7,500 or 10,000, don't get in that habit. I would do 5,000 miles. You don't need to have the oil sticker on the window. You just do the first one at 5, the next one's at 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. You can do the rest of the math. I think that's the quickest, easiest way. The oil will be good longer. But as the car is newer, it's okay to stretch it, but then you create your bad habit. And then as that car gets 40, 50, 60, 70,000 miles on it, and you start stretching the oil changes, that's when we see on these European cars, they recommend BMW, Mercedes, you need an oil change. You see Kevin Harvick talking about Mobil 1 saying, you don't need to change oil for 4 million miles or something like that. The car falls apart around good oil. So we find all kinds of
the key getting the eyes on the car.
Yeah.
It's not changing the oil,
Yeah.
per se. It's the eyes of the trained ASE technician looking at the car to make sure nothing's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, and if your car doesn't require synthetic oil, I think the benefit is the benefit to using synthetic oil is not so much to stretch the interval, but to have protection. So thanks for the call, Dan. We are going with Joe in Ahwatukee, 2013 Civic. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
I have a question. So at nighttime when I'm driving and I'm not hitting the accelerator, if I'm just cruising, let's say at 40, I've noticed that my headlights turn brighter and they dim.
I can't quite hear you, but the headlights go bright and dim based on the engine speed?
Well, it doesn't actually go brighter when I'm hitting the accelerator. I've noticed it goes brighter, and then it dims down to like a normal brightness. So I'm curious if it's the battery or maybe the alternator.
Well, in a case like that, I would definitely have a charging system test, definitely have a battery test. You might have one of those batteries that starts the car just fine, but you've got a bad battery. you could have a diode bad in the alternator. It still charges the battery pretty good, but is not working efficiently. I suspect if both of those things are okay, you've got a common problem like a ground connection or a bad battery connection or something like that. So if you're the do-it-yourselfer type, go out there, clean the terminals, make sure they're good, follow that negative battery cable to where it grounds on the body or to the end of the transmission, make sure it's clean and tight, check the headlight connectors. If you're good with cars and stuff, get a wiring diagram and see where all the grounds are, because that's what we're going to do in the shop. But I suspect that's what you would find. So next one, I hope that helps you, Joe, by the way. And let us know what you come up with. We always like the feedback and the follow-up. Gary in Mesa's got a Chevy. Don't know what kind, but he's going to tell us.
Yeah, I used to have a Chevy 89. An extended cab, and it had a throttle body engine in it, V8. And I don't have it anymore, but I got like 300,000 miles out of it. And what I like about it is that when you open up the hood, you can see everything and replace everything, the simplicity of it. Would it be worth getting a truck like that, like a 95, which I heard was like the last of the throttle body engine, that you can work on it yourself, basically? It's easy to take the serpentine belt out. And get one and kind of fix it up, maybe a 3/4 ton, a little later on decide to pull something, because if you get stuck somewhere or whatever, it's something simple to replace and fix. You don't always have to take it to the shop.
Yeah, Gary, the problem you'd have to find a gem, because you take a 1995 truck, that car's been worked on by 45 people. Who knows what's been done under the hood? So if you can find an original owner, maybe something out of an estate or something like that, and that's the kind of car you like, and you don't care about all the bells and whistles and stuff like that.
Good luck.
Good luck, but but you might be prepared to spend the same amount you would on a new car. Maybe not the cost of a brand new truck, but you're going to spend some serious coin. Will in Phoenix has got a 2013 Ford. But, Will, I'm going to take your call after the show, because 20 seconds isn't going to do you any justice. So thanks, everybody, for listening. Please join us again next weekend, 11 o'clock. Check us out at KTR.com, bumpertobumperradio.com. We like Facebook friends. Please like my page, Matt Allen, the KTAR car guy, as well as the Bumper to Bumper Facebook page. And we will see you next week.